Hi everyone, so the letters GDPR are floating around quite a lot recently online and in the press, and that is because the new General Data Protection Regulations rules are coming into place on the 28th of May this year. Now a lot of private landlords are thinking, well, that doesn't involve me, or people using a letting agent think that doesn't involve me. That's incorrect. It does affect private landlords, let-only landlords, even those using a letting agent, as you need to make sure your letting agent's doing all these things, otherwise they're breaking the law. So here's just a brief guide on what the GDPR is and how it affects a private landlord. So the General Data Protection Regulations apply to personal data. So they apply to anybody who holds personal data on somebody, and that data is identifiable to an individual. So it includes things such as a tenant's name and phone number on your phone. It includes their email address. It includes any marketing emails you might send to them from their email address. It includes any rent records that you've kept on a tenant. So it does apply to private landlords. So what do you need to do? So first things first is you need to register with the ICO, which is the Information Commissioner's Office. There is a small annual fee for you to register. At the minute, it's about £35, so I'd probably advise registering now, because you never know with these things, they always hike them up at the time because then everybody needs it. So I would probably register then. The ICO website has a lot of information on things that you need to do and think about, and checklists. As everybody's circumstances are different, you really need to go on their website and have a look. They do a handy guide. I've got one here, and it's preparing for the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, 12 steps to take now. So I suggest that you go onto their website, sign up, pay the fee, and have a look at all their paperwork. The next thing you need to do is get written consent from all your current tenants, and this will apply to any future tenants as well. So you could do this in the form of a privacy notice. Now there will be some online templates floating around. If you've got a website because you're a company landlord, you definitely need to put it on your website as well. So it will differ depending on circumstances. So it will depend on, you may need to adapt it to, do you contact utility companies and give them the tenant's data? Do you contact referencing companies and give them the tenant's data? Do you send them to maybe Virgin Media or things and for the tenants to sort all that stuff out? So it's going to depend on the circumstances. So you need to have a little look and vary that out, but all the website will give you all the information. The next thing you need to do is get rid of any data that you don't necessarily need anymore. These laws are coming into place to make sure that personal data is being kept fairly, lawfully, and for a reasonable amount of time. So any tenants' files that you've got from 20 years ago, you need to get rid of those because you don't need them anymore. They're not fit for purpose, so you need to be getting rid of them. There are fines in place for any breaches of these new rules, and like I said, if you leave it till May, there's quite a lot of work involved. You also need to double check if your letting agent is already complying or has got plans in place to comply, because obviously they'll be breaking the law otherwise. Also, it's going to, how do you do your tenancy agreements? Do you need a clause in there? A clause on its own isn't sufficient. You need to be getting written consent. You need to be telling them exactly what the data is being used for, why and where, and you've got to give them the chance to opt out. And you can't just default them into a yes. You have to have this written consent. And the ICO has said there will be fines. So like I said, it's not a full guide on what to do because it is quite a complicated area. But hopefully now you've got some awareness, and awareness is the first step with regard to these new rules. So head over to the ICO website and have a look, and good luck. Thank you.